Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age 2. Last we left off, we had, well, Bartrand decided to stab us all in the back and seal us in the deep roads. We ended up having to fight some rather nasty creatures, but, well, looks like we're almost our way to the surface again. All we have to do is go through this door. Ah, this will be such a sweet chance for revenge.
I'd say this is our way back.
How
Yay!
long to get back?
If we're unlucky, maybe a week.
And if we're lucky?
We stumble over Bartrand's corpse on the way.
Kind of awkward, but, sure. Whatever you say, Varric.
This part of the deep roads looks familiar.
We're back where we started. And in only 5 days. Not bad, eh?
Think we could take a break? I feel wrong.
Well, we can stop for a bit.
Let's make camp if you're sick.
I'll wager it was those deep mushrooms we found.
Carver?
No. It's...
Carver!
It's the Blight. I can
The
sense...
Blight?
Just like that Templar, Wesley. I'll be just as dead. Just as gone.
No, we'll find a way out.
There must be some other way.
I'm not going to make it. Not to the surface. Not anywhere. It's getting worse.
There might be something we can do.
What?
I stole the maps from a warden that had come to Kirkwall. I wanted to know if he was looking for me. He wasn't. The maps were for planning their own expedition into the deep roads.
Does that help us?
Does that mean the Grey Wardens are here?
If the wardens are here, I know where. We could bring Carver to them.
And what? Become a Grey Warden?
Would it work?
Is becoming a Grey Warden a cure?
Yes, I suppose it is. But it's not without a price. One not everyone is willing to pay.
What does that mean?
What price? Make us breath, spit it out.
The process of becoming a warden is... unpleasant. And irreversible. It also means you might never see your brother again. He might survive the Blight, but at the cost of becoming a Grey Warden. It's not an easy life. Trust me.
Well, you got away from them.
What about you? You're not a Grey Warden anymore?
You think I got away? Eventually they, or the Circle, will drag me back. I've got no illusions about that.
Would they agree to this?
Is this even possible? How does someone become a Grey Warden?
I can't tell you. But it's not something you can undo once it's done. Even if you want to.
This just keeps sounding better and better.
They might agree to it, however. That's if we can find them in time.
Of course, if you're familiar with the, Origins version of how to become a Grey Warden, particularly if you are a Dalish elf, you know that what he's talking about is true, but... well, we have to try.
If there's even a chance, we must take it.
Then I hope I'm right.
What's wrong?
I think they're nearby. Or it could be Darkspawn.
And all of them have more friendship. Holy crap, that is a lot of Darkspawn. And as a side note, by the way, the only way... the thing is... well, you know, I'll tell you actually once we get out of this jam. Damn!
Another ball!
Anders.
Fancy meeting you here, Stroud.
I could say the same. I thought you were through fighting Darkspawn.
I'm not here to fight Darkspawn. I came looking for you.
He's supposed to have a palette switch here.
You mean the boy as a recruit? Of course you do. I'm sorry. I know this comes as no comfort to you, but we do not recruit Grey Wardens out of pity. It is no kindness.
You'd rather he die?
You think it's kinder to let Carver die from the Blight?
Sometimes it is. Yes.
Oh.
Stroud, trust me when I say this one is worth your time. With the Blight over, you Wardens don't have recruits lining up.
This is no simple thing, Anders. This may be as much a death sentence as the sickness, and you know it.
He'll die anyway. Take him and try. I'm asking you.
If the boy comes, he comes now, and you may not see him again. Being a Grey Warden is not a cure. It is a calling.
Are you sure about this?
I'm sorry, Carver.
I wish it hadn't worked out this way.
We must move quickly if we are to make the surface in time.
Then... I guess this is it. Take care of Mother.
Yeah? He's supposed to look much sicker.
Home, sweet home. Finally. Oh, I wonder if Bartrand came back to the city. You think I'd be that lucky?
So now that we're past all of that, yeah, see, the party selection that I chose before going into the Deep Roads was fully knowing exactly what was going to happen. I know that's kind of cheating, but if you bring your sibling with you into the Deep Roads, they will get sick, and if you don't have Anders with you, then they're not going to know about the Grey Wardens, and your sibling will die. There are alternate ways that can go, depending on if you take them with you or not. If you don't take Carver or Bethany with you into the Deep Roads, Carver actually opts to become a Templar, whereas Bethany ends up getting caught and taken into the Circle while you're in the Deep Roads. Yeah, so things don't exactly end well no matter what, and you end up losing your sibling one way or another. But the Anders part is how you make them a Grey Warden, because without him there, they have no idea what to do about it. And he's the only one who has any idea about the Grey Wardens being in the Deep Roads in the first place. So now you actually know why I made the party that I did going in. Anyway, little bit aside. I don't care about Bartrand.
Revenge isn't exactly the most pressing thing on my mind right now.
This is true.
I know.
Oh.
I'm sorry about what happened to you.
Oh, Varric.
He'll make it. Carver's stronger than he thinks.
Random guy.
I should have seen Bartrand's betrayal coming. I'll find that maggot if it's the last thing I do. I imagine you'll be heading home to tell the family.
Oh yes, all
I
two
don't
of
have
them.
much choice.
You'll be a wealthy woman, Hawke. It wasn't all for nothing.
Nice.
Oh, my baby. You made it home. Carver isn't with you.
No.
No,
Is he coming back?
I don't know.
She's just lost her other child. The other twin.
So the champion's brother was a Grey Warden.
Yes, but that's not the connection you're looking for.
Isn't it? The involvement of the Grey Wardens makes perfect sense.
What?
And the champion's companions? Merrill, Aveline, Isabella? That Warden Anders?
Don't remind me. I introduced them.
Huh?
We thought they all came from Ferelden together, but now it makes sense. Motive and opportunity.
It's still not what you think.
Then I need to hear more.
Unless you've already decided. I can always go if you don't need me anymore.
Tell me what came next.
Interesting.
The treasure we found in the deep roads made us a fortune. The champion moved up in the world. Literally. Bought a mansion in Hightown. Everyone knew who she was now. Even the Viscount was taking notice. The Grey Wardens left Kirkwall. It was months before we learned Carver survived.
Oh, good.
3 years later, the Qunari still hadn't left. The Qunari insisted they were waiting for their ship. But some of us knew better.
That kind of sounds ominous, Varric. Ah. This is actually quite lovely. Now what are we doing here?
The compound was not meant to be permanent. There are concerns the Qunari influence is no longer contained.
Was it ever? Kirkwall has tension enough between Templar and Mage. But these Qunari, they sit like gargoyles waiting for Maker knows what, and everyone goes mad around them. Nearly 4 years I've stood between fanatics. And now, this.
They expect me to read. A book, no less.
Don't keep us in suspense.
Leave us.
Get your scrawny ginger ass out of here. Okay, I'm kidding.
Meredith at my throat, Orsino at my heels, and a city scared of heretical giants. Balance has held because the Qunari ask for nothing. Even the space in Lowtown was a gift to contain them. But now, the Arishok has requested you, by name. What did you do?
That's a good question. Small things. Brief, but honest.
I got his attention a couple of times. I guess I impressed him, but that was years ago.
It makes no sense. And it doesn't matter. I just need them quiet. I remember how you helped my son. It seems you are meant to have influence above your station. Speak to the Arishok. Give him what he needs to keep the peace. Can you do that for Kirkwall, Sirrah Hawke?
No, I refuse. Absolutely. I am walking out of Kirkwall today because you asked me this. Okay. Game mechanics won't let me do that. Who is against the Qunari?
I've seen hate for them, but I haven't heard anything major in years.
Zealots are bravest where their lies can't be argued, behind closed doors. Chantry leaders see Qunari beliefs as a challenge, not an attack. But the message gets muddled among casual adherents. I'm certainly not equipped to argue the fine points of faith.
Why not expel the Qunari?
Sounds like you'd be better off without this headache.
They will not leave, and we don't have the resources to force the issue. At least, not in a way that would leave the city intact. If they had come to conquer, I suspect they would have done so.
How is your son?
Have the years been kind to Seamus?
He is his own man. But your actions tempered him somewhat. He's not so angry at the world. I thank you for that. I may not agree with him on many things, but I am proud of what he is becoming.
Oh, slight smile there. Do you fear a war?
The Qunari usually arrive as conquerors. Odd that this has gone on so long.
Isn't it?
Very, and I have no interest in antagonizing them. That is partially why I suffer being a messenger today. A treaty exists, and it has been honored. Although...
You have doubts?
They claim they're waiting for a second ship. But it has been 3 years. They want something else.
Indeed. What does the Airshok want?
Any idea what I can expect?
None. Honestly, I don't think I've heard 2 direct words from the Arishok. Other than his rather deliberate phrasing of begone. If you think his asking me to notify you of this is strange, well, you would be right.
Well, of course I'll help.
I'm always willing to assist.
Well, that is an attitude this city has lacked for a long time. Appease the Arishok. Take his demand and let him return to dormancy. As awkward as this has been, it is better than the alternative. Stepping down is looking more and more appealing.
Varric friendship, I see. So, time has been jumped forward by 3 years. Hawke is now a highly successful noblewoman. I probably should not pick that lock while Seneschal Braun is in the room. And quite a few things have changed.
Good day to you, Sirrah.
Not the least of which include where Hawke is currently staying.
Seamus, wasn't it? The Viscount's boy?
You're here rather often, Sirrah Hawke. A good influence, I think. You started something, helping me as you did. I still accept no blame for defending Kunari. And I don't miss the kinship of the people who oppose what I believe.
Never take the popular stance.
You're determined to be a thorn in someone's side. Good for you.
I'm the son of the Viscount. My actions are dissected no matter what I believe. I may as well try to do some good. If I offend, well, some people try very hard to be offended. There are other ways to see the world. The Kunari have shown me that.
You didn't actually voice that, but, well, while we're in the area, why don't we check in with our favorite Knight Captain lady? Or not Knight Captain, Captain of the Guard. Blarg.
We'll need to give them answers by tomorrow, Captain.
I'll have them. Dismissed.
The Seneschal was particularly vocal.
Dismissed.
Yeah, you listen to her.
You'd think the Captain of the Guard could requisition a Templar or 2, but no, that would be demeaning. Can't have them working for the people when eternity needs a nanny.
Not what you expected?
You had to know cleaning up this mess would be difficult.
It's not the challenge, it's the unending part. And really, I blame you.
Blame me?
You poured money into a pot that was already full. Everything has shifted. Good job validating the fears of every anti-Ferelden and Kirkwall.
My success is your headache?
I didn't realize I was making it worse by getting ahead.
I'm just harassing you. Although you are a bit like the center of a hurricane. You've changed fortunes for many people, not always for the better.
You need more resources?
Sounds like you're spreading yourself pretty thin.
There are a lot of people in my charge. Someone has to look out for them.
You guard the guardsmen?
I don't turn people loose like Jevon. There's additional training, doubled patrols. Costs are up, but I've halved injuries. I'll take it and argue with Seneschal Bran later.
You knew Jevon left a mess.
After the last captain, you couldn't have expected this to be easy.
At least I had the guards on my side. Once they understood, they rallied. And those who didn't weren't fit to hold the crest. Stack friends against the enemies. I don't know if I came out ahead, but it's for the better.
I agree. But, you love it.
Grouse all you want. But the Aveline I know doesn't regret a second as captain.
They'd have to drag me out of here. And I'm sure some are lining up to try. You among them, I bet. Haven't had much time to follow you around. Not that I need to. I can trust that you at least try to do right.
Hey. Alright, so that's one thing. And you talked to her?
Nothing going on, Hawke. You'd be the first to know if there was.
And on that note, I'm out of time for this installment of Let's Play Dragon Age 2. Thank you for seeing me through the end of Act 1, and next time we will be continuing the beginning of Act 2. So, hope to see you then, folks.